Yo, what up, Mrs. Zoo Nation, aka Savage Army June Giraffe. Welcome to the Megacolony Trap House. Today we're gonna be having like a short, sweet, but interesting podcast today. Today we're gonna be talking about the schedule release and some predictions towards that schedule release. I want to make this a two-parter because I want to talk about in the second part, which will be like next week. I want to talk about the I want to talk about the premium collection. I want to put like a whole more emphasis and more focus on that particular set coming out. So until then, we're just gonna be talking about some standard stuff and everything else. So about a week ago, they came out with the release schedule for the English format, and I wanted to go over it. But then one of my friends, he actually on his Facebook page, he actually talked about the predictions of what's going to come out in the main set. So I wanted to go over that, and I actually wanted to bring my 2 cents and everything else on it. So before I do that, let's talk about what's coming up in this upcoming schedule. So May of 2020, we got the trial decks of World Paladin, Gear Chronicle, and Neo Nectar. June, we got the extra boosters with the exact same clans. And July is going to be interesting. So we not only got the premium collection that's coming out, we also got that World Paladin Majesty Lore Blaster. I still don't know who the fuck is asking for Majesty Lore Blaster support. That's also coming out in that same month. And then we got the first like major set in a while, which is Oracle, Think Tank, Kagero, Dimension Police, and Wing Joker. And then August, which I'm guessing is going to be the end of August, we have Murakumo, Pale Moon, Darky Regulars, and Grand Blue in another set. So, like I said, July, everybody's walls is gonna be fucked, but it's whatever. So he talked about what he thinks was going to come out in V-BT08 and V-BT09, which I will say what he thinks is going to come out, and then I'll put in my 2 cents on it. So of course BT08 is like what, the OTT, Kagero, Dimension Police, and Wing Joker. Then 9 is Murakumo, Pale Moon, Dark Regulars, and Grand Blue. So the one thing that he has in common with all these lists is that every clan is going to get a grade 4. And this particular grade 4 is whatever stride. What did they call it? A break stride unit? I want to say break stride units. That's what I've been calling it. I don't know if there's like an actual term to it. You know, basically like Chrono Jet, Altmal, and Asha. They're like break stride units because like they act like break ride units, but they only activate if you stride. So I want to say like every break stride unit, it gets like a grade 4 as their VR. It gets a triple R as a grade 3, and then like some type of mysterious grade 3 comes up that probably should have got something by now. But anyway, so with OTT, he said the great Susano grade 4 will be the VR. Susano grade 3 will be the triple R, and the Battle Sister grade 3 will be the other triple R. Which I'm gonna be real, Battle Sister grade 3 kind of sort of makes sense. Like, we already got Tsukiyomi, we got Amaterasu, we got Imperial Daughter, we got Magus, and we got Witches. It would only make sense that Battle Sisters will be like the next focus outside of Susano. I mean, it would make sense that would be like the obvious one. So getting a Battle Sister grade 3 isn't really far off. I know that there are some people that I know personally that would love for Bushiroad to give them a Battle Sister grade 3, but especially one with the marker. But there's that, which is pretty good. Then Kagero, He mentioned that Kagero is odd due to what already has been released. So he believes that the VR will be a Blade Master Grade 4, the first Triple R will be a Seal Dragon Grade 3, and the other one will be either an Overlord, a Blade Master, a Seal Dragon, or a new Grade 3. Honestly, I don't really blame him. Seal Dragons are just like Battle Sisters. They kind of, sort of, definitely need more support. Uh, I know there's like some people who actually want Seal Dragons to come back as well, but I have a major issue with this. If Seal Dragons are to come back, that means you're gonna have to kind of, sort of, alter their style. You see, Seal Dragons basically did this thing where they will get some type of effect depending on if your opponent could. No, it got some type of effect if your opponent had rested rear guards and they prevented them from intercepting. And that was an interesting concept, but let's be real, we already have a lot of clans who don't necessarily care for intercepting. I would say if there's any clan that I feel like will care about intercepting, it'll probably be Neo Nectars because of the 10k plant tokens. But outside of that, I don't really see like a lot of clans really doing it. Especially if I were to say if there was any clans that would necessarily care about it, I would kind of, sort of say any XL clan. But you also got to remember that Pale Moon has the ability to put all their rear guards back into the soul. Murakumo, a lot of the times their rear guards are going to be grade 3s anyway, so there's that. And everything else kind of, sort of, checks out, but at the same time, it's like, how can you make it to where you're preventing your opponent from intercepting and at the same time get something, very good in return? Because again, not everybody's going to have rear guards on the field or anything, or they're not going to have that many rear guards on the field at the same time. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what can you do to Seal Dragons to make them pretty interesting while keeping that, keeping the whole intercepting? Because if they somehow make them to where the intercepting doesn't really matter, then premium wise, it kills off whatever Seal Dragons exist in premium. Like, let's just be real on that. Honestly, I feel like a lot of sub clans are kind of tricky at this point, which is kind of, sort of, why I wanted to make a video solely based on sub clans though, but that would just be another time. I wanted to do it in here though, but I feel like if I did, then this will be like an hour video, and I don't want to make it an hour. So yeah, so a Seal Dragon, both all Triple R's being Seal Dragons, kind of, sort of, don't really seem too bad either. But honestly, I would say if there's anything that they need to improve on, like Kagero wise, I definitely think that it should be Novell, because Novell had little to no play whatsoever, sadly. And it's weird because I felt like out of all the grade 4s that exist in standard format, that's one of the major ones that never really got any play. Like, you've seen people play Excavate because it kind of makes sense. Your whole deck was based around Blast Blade anyway. Why not? It was also like the one that everybody was trying to look for when that particular set first came out too. Then you got like the grade 4 Brant and Link Joker, which like reverses triggers, and that's good enough. So you have that as well. Then both of the grade 4s in Bermuda Triangle was another thing, because Highlander was a very interesting deck. I mean, let's be real, that's just EDH and Vanguard. And what's the new one? The Melanie chick that's in this new set. The one, she's very interesting. I read her effect. She basically does this thing where she can call the top card of the deck into like a rearguard circle, and whatever triggers that are hit and whatever criticals that are hit during drive checking, it doubles it. So You hit a critical trigger, you're not only doubling the power, you're also doubling the crits as well, which is pretty interesting in my honest opinion. I don't know if people are really using it. People probably are, but man, that is a stupid grade 4 to exist in standard format, but it's whatever. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like every grade 4 that's in standard so far has some type of purpose, and we have yet to see any type of purpose for Novell at all. Like maybe if there's something that can cheat your way to get into grade 4 at most, then I guess. And I know people are going to say, wait, what about Arc Saber? We don't talk about fucking Arc Saber Dragon. We don't talk about that at all. Moving on. Dimension Police is the VR is going to be a grade 4 Gallop. The Triple R is going to be a Gallop grade 3. And the other Triple R is either going to be a new grade 3 or Die Kaiser. So, here is my issue with this. I understand that like Gallop was technically the main grade 3 for Dimension Police, but you also gotta remember that Dimension Police have more than one representative in the whole thing. You had that kid who was using it. I can't remember his name for some reason. Maybe it's been a while, but you have the kid that was using Gallop, and then you also had Carl that was using Enigma. You also gotta remember that Enigma is way, way, way overdue for support. So if anything, I would say that it will be an Enigma that will be like the Triple R. Like, I can still see Die Kaiser being the Triple R, don't get me wrong. But I would say as the main one, I don't know about Gallop. Like Gallop, yeah, it can still happen, but I feel like that because Enigma is way, way, way overdue for support. I can see Enigma being in there. I'm not gonna lie. I can see Enigma being like the main grade 3 Triple R for that particular set. Hell, that would be interesting though. But Die Kaiser, I can definitely see it because that was like the unit that what's his face used right after Dayusha. He used Die Kaiser next, so I can definitely see that happening. But with that being said, moving on. Link Joker, I'm gonna just shut this shit down right now. The VR is Amnesty Messiah, the Triple R is Alter Ego Messiah, and the other Triple R is either a Star Vader, a Deleter grade 3, or a new grade 3. Okay, here's my thing. It's all going to be Chaos Breaker Dragon. I know everybody doesn't want Chaos Breaker Dragon back, but hear me out. Let's look at Gear Chronicle. Gear Chronicle, when it first came out in standard format, got Lost Age Dragon. Nobody really used Gear Chronicle when Lost Age Dragon was the main grade 3. Or Lost Legend, or wait, was it Lost Age or Lost Legend? But anyway, you already know what I mean. He wasn't, even though he was the main grade 3, he wasn't like the main one that everybody wanted. Then recently we got Chrono Fang back. And while everybody kind of sparked sort of interest with Gear Chronicle being like something that everybody wants to pick up now, you also got to remember that there's only one reason why people did this. Is because everybody was speculating if Chrono Fang could come back, that means Chrono Jet could come back. And you know how much dick riding Chrono Jet has? There are more Chrono Jet dick riders than furries who wants to fuck Renamon. That's how much people dick ride Chrono Jet. I'm gonna be real with you on that. That's how much people dick ride that particular character. Or that particular unit in general. And because of that, as much bitching as the whole community did, we finally get a Chrono Jet. And remember, the Gear Chronicle stuff did not get bought out because of Chrono Fang. It got bought out because of Chrono Jet. And then everybody already predicted the whole trial deck thing because they were like, oh, if Chrono Jet is coming back, then why is Chrono Fang like the main thing? That means they're going to make a trial deck. And of course they did. So, I mean, if that many people could dick ride and bitch that Chrono Jet isn't in the game, you know who else comes close to that? Chaos Breaker Dragon fans. Yes. They bitched about Chaos Breaker Dragon not being in the game as much as Chrono Jet fans bitched about him not being in the game. They have practically the same fan base. Like, if you really think about it, Chrono Jet is like the Mario fan base, and Chaos Breaker Dragon is like the Sonic fan base. They're kind of sort of equal, but you already know like one is bigger than the other. But yeah, you have just as many people who want Chaos Breaker into the game just as much as everybody wants Chrono Jet in the game. Oh my god, just imagine. They finally start showing Link Joker stuff, and then like Chaos Breaker comes back. Oh my god, everybody will be shitting their pants in joy. Like, bruh. Everybody will like legitimately give this nigga the red carpet. That's how much treatment that this dude will actually have. Because of that, I feel like that the VR is going to be Deluge, the Triple R is going to be Chaos Breaker, and then maybe the other one is going to be like maybe Glendeals or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I feel like that those are going to be it. So yeah, it's all going to be about Chaos Breaker Dragon. Well, let's just put it that way. So that's all with V-BT08. Now with V-BT09, Murakumo has Yasui Grade 4, a Yasui Grade 3, and a new Grade 3 Triple R, which I'm gonna be real, this does sound legit, but at the same time, I low-key think that they should make more things for Hyaki. Because it's weird that he was supposed to be one of the other... He was supposed to be like the alternate main Grade 3 for like the last set, and he just got set off because like... He just became set off and just became like more of just a regular unit. Because everybody was like, oh yeah, you can only run this like at 1 or 2 and then call it a day because you're just going to search it out with Hyuga anyway. So, you know, that's a thing. But honestly, a new Grade 3, I'm not too sure. I think like Murakumo has enough Grade 3s to really work around with. So if anything, I feel like that the other Grade 3 will be something that they will probably just upgrade. Like, I know we're probably not going to get another Dual Dragon. We're probably not going to get like another Shiryuki or anything else like that. But like I said, if there's anything that I feel like that should get an update, is between 2 units. It's either Hyaki or it's Mandela Lord. So yeah, the new Grade 3 thing, I'm not too sure, but I'll let you have that one. Pale Moon, Harry Grade 4 for the VR, Harry Grade 3 for the Triple R, and a new Grade 3 for the other Triple R. This one I can kind of sort of see more believable. Like, of course, because it's Harry. Like, of course, that dude's going to be there. The other Grade 3, I can't really think of another Grade 3 that can actually be in there. Like, me personally, I would love another Nightmare Doll, but I don't know about like a Grade 3 though, but like, I would actually like to see another Nightmare Doll and like to see more Nightmare Doll support, but that's just me. I feel like that they're probably going to like upgrade Silver Thorns again. I'm not too sure. Cause what else is there to really upgrade? Like, I know you got Golden Beast Tamer though, but Golden Beast Tamer really never had like her own quote unquote support dedicated to her. So I don't really see a reason for Golden Beast Tamer to get like anything out of the ordinary. So yeah, I believe that they will definitely get like a new grade 3. I would definitely love to see it. With Darky regulars on the other hand, we got the VR Shaherat, grade 4. We got the grade 3 Shaherat for the triple R, and we got either a Mon or a new grade 3. Let's just be real, they're gonna bring back Amon. Let's be real, because I'm not gonna say like everybody's been complaining about Amon not being in the game though, but like honestly, if Luke here could come back after like 3 waves of support, Amon could come back after wave 4 support. But at the same time, I feel like if they don't bring back Amon, I feel like another thing that they can probably bring back is Steel Vampire, because I feel like he has just as much clout as Amon did. Honestly, it would be kind of weird, and I would like to see how Steel Vampire would come back in the game, because like again, it's going back to the Seal Dragon thing. Like not everybody's going to be not everybody's going to have rear guards and a thing. Maybe it'll be something like, oh yeah, if you have some stuff in the soul, then choose something from the soul and ride that or whatever, and for like a turn. But like in return, and it'll probably be stupid. It's like, oh yeah, the grade 3 that was there, it's gonna come back, but if it has a marker, like that particular person gets another marker. Like that would be completely fair, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, that would be completely fair. But if Steel Vampire and Amon doesn't come back, then I guess they will probably make like a new grade 3. I'm not too sure. But oh wait, there's another one. There's Blade Master. There's Blade Wings. There's Blade Wings that can Blade Wing Reiji could come back. That's another thing. So Blade Wing Reiji is definitely something that can definitely come back. So it's either Amon, it's either Steel Vampire, or it's Blade Wing Reiji, because those 3 are all due for their own type of support, for new support and whatnot. So I can definitely see those 3 particular ones coming back. Last but not least, you have Grand Blue, which is the VR is the Night Rose grade 4, the Triple R is the Night Rose grade 3, and the other Triple R is the 7 Seas grade 3 or a new one. Honestly, I feel like the 7 Seas grade 3 would definitely fit, because again, it's way overdue for support, and Night Rose coming back is kind of understandable, but at the same time, I don't know. I can see Night Rose coming back. Well, Night Rose probably is going to come back. Like if they're going to bring back Harry, they definitely bring it back Night Rose. But 7 Seas, like that's interesting. Like 7 Seas coming back. I wonder how would that work. Oh, we're gonna have another grade 1 rush. Oh man, that would be funny as shit if like the grade 1 7 Seas was so good that 7 Seas grade 1 rush come back. I would die the fuck out laughing so hard. That would be hilarious. Like it's 2020 and people are still playing grade 1 rush decks. That shit would be hilarious. Oh my god, I would die out laughing. Oh man, that would be funny. I'm not gonna lie, that would be funny. But then again, we might just get like a new grade 3. I'm not saying that 7 Seas isn't gonna come back, but like if Ripples haven't came back yet and Aqua Force is already at their 3rd wave of support, I don't think 7 Seas is gonna come back. Although I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Every clan is treated differently. There's certain clans that definitely should have got something back, but they didn't. But that's all of them. That's all the predictions and whatnot. Man. Oh wait, there's another one. Let's go back to Dimension Police real quick. I feel like there's another thing that definitely is way overdue for support. And I feel like it could possibly come back more than even Die Kaiser, and that's Zeal. You're kind of like, okay, Zoo, you're fucking stupid. Here's the thing: the last support of Dimension Police that we got was Aliens. That was like the sub thing. We already know we got like Die Liner and stuff like that, but like let's be real, the sub theme that we got in that particular support were aliens, and that's kind of sort of in the area of Zeal. So it would make sense that Zeal would kind of sort of come back. Like, let's be real on that. I believe that Zeal will come back because of that, but I'm not too sure. But that's just my opinion. I feel like Zeal will come back because of the aliens. I could be completely wrong, but I am going to stick with my Enigma thing. I still think that Enigma is going to come back instead of Gala, but that's just me. But anyway, with all that being said, this has been my name is Mrs. Z Nation, aka Sour Chalma Jones Giraffa. This has been the Mega Colony Trap House Podcast.